All right. So Matthew's got a question here. So he says that he believes you said in the past you don't like using application groups in a task sequence. So how would you recommend installing numerous applications in a sequence?
Basically, as providing a variable list to the sequence, because then the sequence doesn't reference them directly, and it will speed up that initial, when the sequence starts and it tries to figure out if every package it needs is existing on a distribution point and stuff like that. Of course, it's nice with that validation, but it can take quite some time if you have like 100 plus packages. So using dynamic lists is an elegant solution. A lot of folks have been using roles in the past to achieve stuff like that. So either they prompt for a role selection when they start the deployment, or they have some sort of backend database where they define the role, or they have a role defined on the collection. So they have like a marketing collection. And if you're part of marketing, you're supposed to have these 17 applications. And it's just a variable list, because if I open up one of my sequences here, let's see, wrong server, this server. And pick one of my say this one. Good old Windows 10 sequence goes a long way. If you don't have too many apps, there is absolutely no problem. Just adding a step with either a single software package or a single application here, and you can add in, of course, multiple applications into that list. But they can also have a variable to them. So instead of hard coding the names in here, you can say, I like to use a variable and I call it apps. And then it's just a numbered sequence from that on. Important note here is that the config manager team, for some odd reason, decided to use a 2-digit number for variables for applications, but a 3-digit number for packages. That's why I often saw in the MDT integration scripts that it was a script that basically converted 3 digits down to 2 digits if needed. But that would be a better option if you have tons of different applications that you need to have a sequence to deploy. So rather than hard coding them in, just feed a list. Or you can even have, in the sequence itself, you can build dynamic lists here and just have the next step use them. So of course that step would have to be before. So as long as that list is generated somehow, the sequence don't care how this created. If those variables exist, it will use it. So that will be my recommendation there. Rare exception being offline media, because then they need to know if you're going to put it on a USB stick or something like that.